the appreciation that Connor Hellebuyck is finally getting in the NHL just makes me so happy. Like, this guy has been elite for so long. Like, we are witnessing a generational talent coming through Winnipeg right now that is going to be a Jet for life. Let's just remember that as well, thanks to that contract. And is just putting up incredible numbers and is just finding his way into the history books. After that 300th win, third fastest all time to get to 300 wins in the NHL as for a goaltender, most wins as for an American-born goalie. Like, just everything you could think of for Connor Hellebuyck, he's accomplished. The Vezinas, the Jennings, everything. And, it's great to see him finally getting all this recognition as he's chasing what hopes to be a back-to-back Vezina season for him. But what we're really starting to see, as well as not only the Vezina nom, everyone talking about who's going to get the Vezina nomination and Connor Hellebuyck will win it and whatnot, but we're really starting to see, people talk about Connor Hellebuyck as a potential candidate for the Hart. Now, as a Jets fan, I'm just going to say that this isn't anything new. Us Jets fans have been preaching this for a while. Connor Hellebuyck has been the MVP of the Jets every year, pretty much, in my opinion, for the last, 8 years. And that's with the Jets having some pretty damn good players on there. Connor Hellebuyck has just been sensational. There's a reason why he is one of the best goaltenders of all time. His stats alone, he is just absolutely incredible. The fact that he was able to have that whole night that they had the other night for celebrating his 300th win on Connor Hellebuyck night, it was such a great ceremony, and it symbolized just how important and good of a career that he's been, not even good, just historical of a run that he's had, honestly. Like, what this guy has done in the span of time that he has is just incredible. And, as well for the franchise to acknowledge it the way that they did, for his family as well, I love seeing that. I really think that's an important thing to do, because what Hellebuyck's doing is history, and I love seeing the Jets acknowledge that history and that their players are accomplishing, and it was a great ceremony. And like I said, for a reason. Like, you look at who he's behind, those are some pretty incredible goaltenders, and I just love seeing Connor Hellebuyck finally getting all this recognition. He's going to get the Vezina. He's having an incredible year. He's having the best year ever, pretty much, for a goaltender. When you look at the stats right there in 40 games, 6 shutouts already in the season. He's got the same amount of shutouts as he does losses heading into tonight's game against the Vancouver Canucks. This man is playing out of his mind and pretty much a lock for the Vezina. But the Hart Trophy, I think, is within reach for Connor Hellebuyck this year. I think the league is finally starting to take notice. I think that the media is taking notice as well. In the past, it's really just been local media and fans pushing that narrative on talk shows, on videos like my own channel and whatnot. It's never really been a national conversation before, and this year we're finally seeing it. Does this mean he's a lock for the Hart? Absolutely not, but we might finally start to see some traction for him. This is a guy that's won, 2 Vezinas already. He won back in 2020, and he won last year, as well as winning the Jennings Trophy as well, along with backup goaltender Laurent Brossoit as the best tandem in the NHL. Hellebuyck just, he already, and not to mention, I believe he was already nominated for a Vezina before. He's been nominated as well, a runner-up, and he's been an all-star, 4 times in his career already as well. This guy has been pretty much putting together the best Hall of Fame career that you can have as a 5th-round draft pick as well. The Jets just finding a steal. His stats just speak for themselves. Connor Hellebuyck has been the backbone of the Jets. He has been the most important player for the Jets. He's been an MVP, and he's led this team to pretty much any success that they've had. He's been at the heart of it. Even going back to the run to the Western Conference Final, Connor Hellebuyck's goaltending in that Nashville series, even against Minnesota in that first round, he was huge. And I think that, when you look at everything that this team has ever accomplished, Connor Hellebuyck has been at the center of it. And he is such an important player of this element of this team. And he really is the heart and soul of it. So I think that absolutely he deserves the Hart nomination. I think that when you really look at what the Jets have been able to accomplish this year as a team as well, and not to mention the fact that only 3 goaltenders have won the Hart going back to 97. That'd be Dominic Hasek, Jose Theodore, and Carey Price. Those are legendary goaltenders. So it's a rare accomplishment to have a goaltender do this, and I think Connor Hellebuyck, deserves this accomplishment. When you look at what he's been able to do in the season he's already having, what the Jets season is, what the Jets are also doing on top of his own individual play, he's leading this team with a charge, and the shutouts alone. If he's able to, you don't want to jinx anything, obviously, with goaltenders, but with the shutouts alone, think about that: 6 shutouts, 6 losses. That's an insane thing to comprehend. Like, being tied in shutouts and losses just shows how on top of your game you are. And there's nobody like Connor Hellebuyck right now, you know, and Connor Hellebuyck is already the best goaltender in franchise history. Like, he will probably get a statue outside of the arena one day. I'm not even lying when I say that. Not only will his banner be up in the arena, in the Jets Hall of Fame, he will probably get a statue. Like, this guy is on track to become the greatest Winnipeg Jet of all time. Like, without a doubt. Like, he is getting onto the Howard-Chuck level. When you look at what Howard-Chuck accomplished in his career as a Jet, and you look at what Hellebuyck's accomplished, like, Hellebuyck is making ground, and he's on like being one of the all-time greats. So it's just an incredible thing to be able to watch, and I really think that and it excites me as a fan, honestly, to see this as well. Like I said earlier, like, I think a lot of us have been, you know, believing in this, like, in this headline, in this belief that, you know, Hellebuyck can be a Hart winner. He deserves to be a Hart winner. And, you know, his name should be a lot more in the consideration as a Hart winner than he is, because of how important he is to this team, you know. And I think that even when you go back to years past and you look at the Jets' defensive, you know, structure and they had iced and who was on this team and what they were able to do with that lineup, you know. Like, when you look at the Jets team that, you know, was able to go that you know, swept Edmonton, you look at the defensive core there are a lot of weak links. You know, and it was a shaky team that year. Let's be real. So for the fact that the Jets were able to even do that off that back core, and even the year before that, you know, with Anthony Boteto being on the ice, you know, what they were able to do with even Connor Hellebuyck being net there. Like, the Jets have been able to accomplish so much off of Connor Hellebuyck. He really is the heart and soul of this team, and I think that he does deserve nominations for it. Does he deserve a win? I don't know. I'm just going to say the Jets fan, I'd love to see him win, and I'm going to be biased if I said that I, you know, didn't think that he could win it, but I think that he should definitely be in the consideration for it. I think that when you look at what the Jets have accomplished, you look at what he's accomplishing, you look at what he's been able to do for this club and how important he is for it, I don't see how you couldn't consider him for it this year more than any other year in his career. So, you know, I really want to see it happen. I just want to make this video because I see everyone talking about this lately, and you gotta love it. Connor Hellebuyck's incredible, and we all know it as Jets fans. So the fact that this is finally gaining traction on a national level, I absolutely love, because it's so deserved. There's not a better goaltender in the NHL. You know, the only other guy you can throw up there is Andrei Vasilevsky, and, you know, Connor Hellebuyck is right there in my opinion, and I don't think you can make that argument. I'm all for it. I think Vasilevsky is incredible too, and a generational goaltender. Like, we're witnessing incredible goaltending in this day and age in the NHL. It is absolutely insane when you think about it. But anyways, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you think this is even in the realm of being a possibility? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe if you haven't already. Go Jets, go, and I will see you all in the next one very, very soon. It'll all be over.